Oh, 3 or 4.
I had been panning shots through here so that I could get whatever was going to come down the street. And I saw that it was the President of the United States. And as I was...
Now, Gordon Arnold, here's his story here. He claimed he was on leave, and he went to the parade to watch the President. He claims he was standing on the sidewalk between the fence and the wall, the Grassy Knoll, with his camera filming the motorcade. He heard gunshots, reports, and he hit the dirt. Now also in the Jack White, Gary Mack close-ups of the Mormon photo, this is what they claim is Arnold here to back up his story.
Panning down this direction, just as I got to about this position, a shot come right past my left ear. And that meant it would have had to come from this direction.
At that time, I turned to Gail and said, that's it, hit the ground.
And now, I've also found an image on that, on some of the photos of the Grassy Knoll. Also, Senator Yarborough was driving with Vice President Johnson in the motorcade, and as their car, there were 2 cars back, as they my eye was tracked to the right, and I saw the man jump about 10 feet like an old-time tackle in football, land against the wall. He also thought he smelled gunpowder near the Grassy Knoll and yelled, "My God, they've shot the President." And and Arnold says he hit the dirt. Now here's a close-up I've found. Between the fence, the side steps is her hair. And this is the image I found. And it looks to me like Gordon Arnold hit the dust. Hit the dirt. And if what he says is true, and that's him there, or the other image, that alone would prove conspiracy. Well,
and we turned and hit the ground and covered our children. But when the third shot was fired, I thought it came from directly behind, towards the Grassy Knoll behind me. I based that primarily on the third shot, from what I saw of the side of the President's head coming off, and from the sound of the rifle, the report of the rifle.
I will always believe that the man that shot President Kennedy was standing somewhere in the picket fence area, and no one will ever convince me any differently.
It doesn't make sense to be hit from the rear and still have your face intact.
Well, I'm very dead certain at least one shot, including the one that took the President's skull off, had to come from the right front. And I'll stand by that to my death, over my mother's grave.
It came from a fence between the book depository and the railroad track.
From behind the overpass over there, triple overpass.
Right over about 20 or 30 feet from the other end of that little picket fence.
And it sounded like it came from the left and in front of us, towards the wooden fence. And there was a puff of smoke that came underneath the trees.
We all four seen about the same thing as the shot. The smoke came from behind the hedge.
And then as the car
got directly in front of us. Well, a gunshot apparently from behind us hit the president in the side of the temple.
Do you think the first gunshot came from behind you too?
I think it came from the same location. Apparently back up on the mall.
One of these shots.
This blob right here, that doesn't appear to be like much. Just, well, anyhow, I was taking a lot closer look here. Let's see if you see what I saw. I was beginning to see a face here, What really caught my eye was this upside down stripe here. I couldn't figure out what that could have been. So I was looking a little closer. So that's a little closer up of that image right here. As you can see, this is on the, this is picked up on television as they zoomed in on the Mormon photo. This was in a book, double page enlargement. So you get the gist of it. I was looking there, and let's take a now. Here's some of the images I've extracted from that. How about a colorized version? It's very curious that you'd have two images like that found in this one photograph. And not only that, but an image like that also. Now, anyone who thinks of the lights and shadows, there's always a possibility of lights and shadows, but those are the damnedest lights and shadows I've ever seen. And as far as I'm concerned, this makes more sense than anything.